So today we will be doing a lead code question number 375, that is guess number higher or lower. So what is the crux of the question is that we will be given a range from 1 up till 7, and we will be guessing some number. Let's say that we guessed 2. So now I will be said that the number which is chosen already as my answer, the number which I have guessed, is lower or higher than that volume, than that number. Supposingly the answer was 7, and the range, supposingly the answer was 5, and the number I guessed was 2, and the range given to me was 1 till 7, up till 7. So if I guessed the number 5, then the program initially tells me that the number that I have been looking is greater than the number I guessed. And supposingly I guessed 6, then in that case the program tells me that the number which I have guessed, or which is the answer, is lesser than the number I guessed. Okay, so I think this part is clear. Now for every wrong guess, for every wrong guess I would have to pay ith dollar amount. Like here in this example, my number that I was finding was supposingly I was finding I am given with the range 1 up till 7, and I was to find 5, but the number I guessed was 4. So now in the case of 4, I would be said that the answer is greater than my I, and I know that this is not my correct answer, so I would be charged I dollars, that is $4 as a penalty. So I need to answer what is that minimum amount, of money that I will be keeping with myself, such that I would never lose the game, as the another rule says that if I am exhausted with the amount of money, then I lose the game. So what is that minimum amount of money that I need to keep in my pocket, such that even if I do the wrong guesses and I am charged with penalty, I do not lose the game. I still have that much money so that I can make wrong guesses, but still I can win the game, because I am having that certain amount of money with me. So how are we going to initiate this one? Let me just create first an function that would be returning me the answer. Okay, so I am pretty much very sure that I would be returning my answer function. And initially what the question says is that I would be given a range. N is my range up till n, 1 up till n. So I initially know that I would be passing 1 up till n in my answer function, and my answer function would also be taking int l and int r, that is the leftmost range and the rightmost range. We will talk about the base condition at the end, but for now what are we main concerned is what is my main concern is that how will I go about finding that minimum amount of money. Okay, I know that I want a certain amount of minimum money. So whatever my answer variable, whatever my resultant would be, that would contain some max value that would be compared to something which would lead us to that minimum amount which we will be comparing with our res variable. So initially what I am thinking is, let me go about all of the range for int I is equals to L up till I is less than equals to R and I plus plus. What can I basically do? Res. I am pretty much very sure that I would be requiring certain amount of minimum money as and when I will be comparing my res, and and supposingly let's take an example that I am given with the range 1 up till 3. Okay, so if I, and the number I want, let us leave the number that I want. So supposingly I guess 1, I guess for 1, my function says go a bit higher. So now my range becomes 2 up till 3. Supposingly I guess 2. Any range lower than, for the case of 1, any range lower than this would not exist, I suppose. For 2, I get two cases. One is I can go from 1 till 1, and the second is I can go from 3 up till 3. These are the two ranges that I would be getting, and I would be taking their max value. Hence, and for 3, if I guess 3, then I would only be getting a single range that would be 1 up till 2. So choosing a number is in my hands, and what is in my hands, I would say that would be minimum. What is in my hands, that would always be chosen the minimum value, and what is not in my hand, that is the worst case, that would lead to maximum of maximum of maximum of I plus answer of 1 up till I minus 1, comma I plus 1 up till R. So what we really did is that, supposingly I make a wrong guess. Supposingly I made a wrong guess. In that case, I need to be charged with a penalty amount, and that penalty amount was that ith value. I am charged with that penalty amount. Now my range becomes 1 up till I minus 1. If I have chosen that ith penalty amount, then my range is divided into two parts, 1 up till I minus 1 and I plus 1 up to r. I would be taking maximum value amongst the both ranges, so that whatsoever range I choose, the left or the right, I would always be having the maximum amount of money. And what minimum signifies? Choosing any random number is in my hands. So I would be choosing the minimum number, the minimum amount, the minimum amount of penalty that can be made from choosing a number. That is the importance of choosing minimum. So what is in my hands, that would be minimum, and what the function leads me to, that would be a maximum value, so that I am never exhausted with the amount of money. So now our base condition becomes something like, if L goes greater than equal to R, then I would just return a zero value. That is pretty much very sure. So I think we are done with the basics. I would be returning the res value at the end of my function, and let us hope that this runs. Let's try reloading the page. Okay, so we have got 11 as our answer, and the expected was 16, and mistake, we have done a mistake. If L is greater than equal to R, that is pretty much very sure. Int res is equals to int max, that is also very much sure. L is equals to I is equals to L. That is also nice. Res is equals to minimum of res comma maximum of I plus 1, and then okay, so we did this one, that it should not be always L, it should not be always 1, that should be L. Okay, that is pretty much very sure. Okay, abhi now also that becomes L. Oh, okay, I have not called the function. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so these test cases are accepted. We go on now for submitting, and I hope that this would lead us to a time limit exceeded error. Yeah, that is it. So now resolving that one would be going out for memoization. So we would be declaring a vector of vector int db vector int wait a minute, size would be n plus 1, and vector int size would be n plus 1 and a minus 1. Why n plus 1? Because we are having our ranges from 1 up till n, so we want n included. So that is why we are taking 1 up till n plus 0 up till n plus 1, so that we would be getting n in our matrix in our DP matrix. I would be asking that if DP at L at R is not equal to -1, then in that case return DP of L at R and just call for the vector int ampersand DP, and then go on calling DP inside our function calls. Just return DP at L at R and return res value inside it, and I think we are pretty much very much clear. And last but not the least, I need to add DP here also, and I think that this is good to go. This would be submitted. DP at L at R. Okay, sorry. This is not a single array. It is a vector of vector int DP. Okay, ampersand DP. Now that is very much it. I suppose no error. Okay, we are good to go. And that is it, guys. That is it. We have solved this question. Guess the number higher or lower. If you like this video, do hit the subscribe button, and we will meet on the next video. Thank you.